What I wish I knew as a kid instead of an adult is that small acts of kindness can change the world. When we're young, we often overlook the power of our actions, thinking that only grand gestures can make a difference. But in reality, it's the little things that can have the most profound impact. Imagine if every child grew up understanding this simple yet powerful truth. The world would be a much kinder place. Small acts of kindness can change the world. It's not about the size of the act, but the intention behind it. A smile, a helping hand, or even a kind word can brighten someone's day and create a ripple effect of positivity. When we take the time to show compassion and empathy, we inspire others to do the same. This is how we build a community of caring individuals who look out for one another. Here's a story that shows just that. It's a tale that has been told many times, but its message remains timeless. It's about the power of one small act of kindness and how it can make a world of difference. This story takes place on a serene beach, where the gentle waves kiss the shore and the sun rises to greet a new day. One morning after a storm, an old man walked along a beach. The storm had passed, leaving behind a trail of debris and sea life scattered across the sand. The old man enjoyed his morning walks, finding peace in the rhythmic sound of the waves and the fresh sea breeze. But this morning was different. The beach was not its usual pristine self. It was covered with countless starfish that had been washed ashore by the turbulent waves. The shore was blanketed with thousands of starfish washed ashore by the waves. It was a sight to behold, a sea of starfish stretching as far as the eye could see. The old man felt a pang of sadness as he realized that these starfish would not survive long out of the water. They needed to be returned to the ocean, but the task seemed impossible. There were simply too many of them. As he strolled, he saw a young boy picking up starfish one by one and throwing them back into the sea. The boy was determined, his small hands working tirelessly to save as many starfish as he could. The old man watched in amazement as the boy continued his mission, seemingly undeterred by the enormity of the task before him. Curious, the old man approached and asked, "Why are you doing this? There are thousands of starfish here. You can't possibly save them all." The boy paused for a moment, looking up at the old man with a thoughtful expression. He seemed to consider the question carefully before responding. "Why are you doing this? There are thousands of starfish here. You can't possibly save them all," the old man repeated, his voice tinged with a mix of curiosity and doubt. He gestured to the vast expanse of starfish, emphasizing the sheer number of them. The boy's actions seemed futile in the face of such overwhelming odds. "You can't possibly save them all," the old man reiterated, his voice echoing the sentiment of many who feel powerless in the face of large-scale problems. It's a common belief that one person's efforts are insignificant in the grand scheme of things. But the boy's response would challenge this notion in a profound way. "What difference will it make?" the old man asked, genuinely puzzled. He'd lived a long life and had seen many things, but this boy's determination was something new to him. He wondered what drove the boy to keep going despite the seemingly insurmountable odds. The boy's answer would soon provide him with a new perspective. The boy picked up another starfish, looked at it for a moment, and tossed it back into the water. He watched as the starfish disappeared beneath the waves, then turned back to the old man with a smile. His eyes sparkled with a sense of purpose and understanding that belied his young age. Then he smiled and said, "It made a difference to that one." The simplicity of his statement struck the old man. It was a reminder that every life matters, and that even the smallest actions can have a significant impact. The boy's words resonated deeply, challenging the old man's previous beliefs about the futility of individual efforts. "It made a difference to that one," the boy repeated, his voice filled with conviction. The old man stood silent for a moment, contemplating the boy's words. He realized that the boy was right. Each starfish that was returned to the ocean had a chance to live, and that was worth the effort. The boy's actions were not in vain. They were a testament to the power of kindness and compassion. The old man stood silent for a moment, then bent down, picked up a starfish and tossed it into the ocean. He felt a sense of fulfillment as he watched the starfish disappear beneath the waves. It was a small act, but it made a difference. The boy's lesson had not been lost on him. He realized that he too could make a difference, one small act at a time. Even small actions can make a big difference. It's easy to feel overwhelmed by the problems of the world, but we must remember that every positive action counts. Each act of kindness, no matter how small, contributes to a larger tapestry of goodwill. When we all do our part, we create a ripple effect that can lead to significant change. You may not change the whole world, but you can change someone's world with your kindness and efforts. It's about making a difference where you can, with what you have. Every act of compassion matters, and together they add up to create a better world for everyone. So, the next time you feel like your actions are insignificant, remember the boy and the starfish. Your kindness can make a world of difference to someone in need. Every act of compassion matters. It's the small, everyday actions that build a foundation of kindness and empathy in our communities. When we choose to help others, we not only improve their lives, but also enrich our own. The story of the boy and the starfish reminds us that we all have the power to make a difference, one small act at a time. Let's embrace this power and create a world where kindness and compassion are the norm, not the exception.